Hey guys, how's it going? Today's date is November 15th. Been very incredibly busy throughout the entire month of October. That's why all the uploads you see before this are videos that were probably shot in October that been too busy to upload. I know I've been pretty delayed lately. Haven't done a DVD update for a while or movie update for a while. And then my other previous camera broke, so I fortunately saved up to purchase a new one. That's why you see me in this very familiar old setting here, because the other camera was very light sensitive to this closet, and new camera works fine with it. So back to the old setting here for the DVD updates. Much easier to set up. I think it looks much better anyways. So let's get right in. I got one VHS tape here, then one Blu-ray DVD combo, but got it all right here, so let's get into it. I haven't gotten a chance to watch all of these, but we'll see. Alright, the VHS tape I got is a VHS of a movie called Magic Kid. It looks like, as you can see, it's still sealed. I didn't even open this yet. The tagline is, "Dreams are just wishes coming true." Okay, it looks like a very goofy movie with clowns and ninjas and karate. I don't know very much about this movie. It's stars Stephen Furst, Shonda Whipple. Is that the actress's name? Yeah, Stephen Furst, Shonda Whipple. Special appearance by Don the Dragon Wilson. So I don't know. This looks like it might be a very interesting, hopefully fun time. It released by PM Home Video. I don't know. So hope it's a fun time from 1993, Magic Kid. Fortunately, I have not gotten a chance to watch this one either. It is I believe this is a Thai film. The plot sold me. The plot sounded so ridiculously stupid, I thought I had to check it out. It's called Spider-Woman, Death's Web. It says, enraged and thirsty for vengeance, a mob of torch-bearing villagers marched through an eerie wood in search of an evil, child-eating woman. That sounds so stupid, but it might be funny. But dealing their own brand of justice might be the worst mistake of their lives, as the one they seek possesses a darker power. So apparently our child-eating woman transfers her soul into a spider, and it's a movie about a giant killer spider. Haven't gotten a chance to watch this one yet. It's one of these dollar store DVDs, whatever, like the Slim Case by Digiview Entertainment. It's a Thai film, I believe, so this could potentially be fun to watch, or it might potentially be one of the biggest pieces of shit to ever be seen by myself, so I don't know. It's kind of like the American Vampire movie that the same studio released. That one was a piece of crap, so I don't know. We'll see how this is. Now this one I actually saw in the theater back in July when they released it. It's the, for the Blu-ray exclusive stuff, I bought the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of the Purge Anarchy. I will start off by saying I saw the first Purge in the theater last summer of 2013. I thought the Purge was one of the biggest piles of shit ever. Like, I saw that in the theater, I hated it. I thought it was boring, I thought it was stupid, I thought it was pretentious. There was not one thing I liked about that movie. Absolutely not one thing. So I had very, very, very low hopes going into the theater to see this one, but I actually really loved it. Because, you know, like, if you've been keeping up with my DVD updates and stuff, you know I'm like a big 80s action movie kind of guy. I like goofy, over-the-top action movies. That's why Fast 5 and Fast 6 have been some of my favorite movies to come out in the last decade, and I'm excited for 7. I love movies like that, and this was kind of, it felt like it's kind of like Judgment Night with Emilio Estevez, Dennis Leary. It's what the first movie should have been. It's a lot of fun action. Granted, like, the setup, like the beginning, it's a little slow. The beginning of the movie's kind of slow, but once you get into it more, it's fun. I love, like, the ending and stuff. I just thought it was a very fun action movie. The first movie was a wannabe horror movie that failed miserably, and I hated it. I gave it 0 out of 10 stars, but this was, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was a very, very fun action movie. It kept me intrigued. I actually liked except for the couple. I could care less about them. But the other characters, I actually gave a shit about. I mean, Frank Grillo, he did great, and I really enjoyed the Purge Anarchy. I hate, which stuns me to say because I hated the first one so much, but hey, I thought it was a fun movie. Check it out. Alright, and I believe this is the last one of this update I have not gotten a chance to watch yet. The plot and everything, this movie just sounds like a blast. This looks like a movie I'll have a lot of fun with. Chill factor with Cuba Gooding Jr. 2 guys, 1 bomb, and a whole lot of ice cream. That tagline alone sells me on this thing, so I can't wait to check this out. So it looks like my kind of fun movie, so we'll see. It came out in 1999, I believe, yeah. See how that goes. Very fun movie right here, Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Fun action movie, I really liked it. I actually have this on VHS, so it's not really new to me because I've had the VHS of it, but it's a fun movie. I really like Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, he plays a firefighter who's kind of messed up in the head because he accidentally let a little girl die, and you see it at the beginning of the movie, and he takes his kids to a hockey game, and it's basically Die Hard in a hockey arena during, like, the playoffs game, or versus my very own Chicago Blackhawks, and, what was the other team, the Penguins? But, the Stanley Cup game, I believe this wasn't. It's a fun movie. I love when Jean-Claude Van Damme, like, gets stuck into being the goalie and all that. It's a lot of fun movie, you know. You really hate the bad guys. I mean, it's Die Hard in a hockey arena during the Stanley Cup. So, I mean, if you can handle that plot and think it sounds cool, you're probably going to like this, because I thought it was a cool movie. I liked Sudden Death. Now, this is an 80s movie. Everyone online loves this movie. I saw nothing but great positive reviews of this movie online. I heard the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack of this movie was 80s and amazing. I love some of the songs on this. I already got it downloaded over there. So I was like, oh man, this movie's gonna rock. I'm gonna love this. It's gonna be 80s. It's gonna be awesome. And it's Dream a Little Dream. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. I thought this was a piece of shit. I didn't know what it was about. I mean, I didn't know what was happening. I was confused the entire... It's like pulling some Freaky Friday type stuff, but at the same time not really. The plot... Then after I watched the movie, I'm like, what the hell was that? So I go on Wikipedia, I read the entire Wikipedia article. I still don't understand what the plot is. It confused the shit out of me. I mean, wasted opportunity. You had a great cast. I mean, Meredith Salinger, I mean, she was the hero in an 80s horror movie I really like called The Kiss. I mean, so I was excited to see her, and the soundtrack to this movie is amazing. You got Mickey Thomas doing "Dream a Little Dream of Me," and Chris Thompson, "Never Turn Away." That's a good song. And my favorite song from this movie was Danny Wilde, "Time Runs Wild." That's an awesome song right there. But as far as the movie goes outside the soundtrack, I thought this was a piece of crap. I couldn't understand what it was about. I did not understand the plot. The movie lost me about 10 minutes in. I did not like this movie. I did not like it. I know every single person online says this is the greatest 80s movie ever. Man, I hated it because I didn't know what the plot was. It confused the shit out of me. And I just didn't like it. And there's a Dream a Little Dream 2, and that one gets negative reviews. So if everyone considers this like the best 80s movie in the world, and Dream a Little Dream 2 is considered one of the worst sequels ever, I dread what that is like. But I say pass on this one, guy. I didn't like that one. On the other hand, another 1989 comedy that I saw for the first time. I don't know why I haven't seen this movie sooner. UHF. Now this was a ball to watch. I had a blast watching this movie, starring Weird Al Yankovic, Michael Richards, David Bowie, not David Bowie, David Bowie. So such a fun movie. I had a lot of fun watching this. I mean, this is the kind of comedy I love. I love comedies like this. It's just such a fun, goofy, it doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's like Monty Python-ish comedy in this, and, you know, this movie is just... At first I saw Fran Drescher, I'm like, oh no, not Fran Drescher. But thankfully her voice isn't in it too much, so we're good there. It's just such a fun, stupid movie to watch. And I don't mean stupid in a bad way, I mean stupid in a hilarious way. I mean, I loved every second of this movie. This is one of the few movies, it's not like nowadays when you have comedies where you have a joke, then story setup, then another joke. Like, you space out the joke. Sorry if you saw a little edit there. But as I was saying, I mean, UHF is just such a fun movie. I mean, nowadays you have comedies where your jokes are all spread out far and in between. You get a joke, then there's nothing funny, then you get another joke. I mean, I hate modern day comedies, but that's another story. But however, talking about that, this movie, on the other hand, had me smiling the entire way through. There was never a non-comedic moment in this movie. You're smiling the entire way through. I just loved it. It's such a fun movie. I can't recommend this one enough. I had a lot of fun with UHF. Especially the Beverly Hillbillies. Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, that parody, that music video that he does in this. It's awesome. I love it. Anything Weird Al does, I usually love. We have the Gumball Rally. It's a movie my dad suggested I check out, featuring a very young Gary Busey in this movie. It's pretty good. I mean, I like these old car movies. Like, me and my dad, like, we're like car people, and so I love watching these old, like, 70s car movies. Like this one, it's basically like the Cannonball Run movies, if you've ever seen those. I mean, Cannonball Run 1 and 2, whatever. My favorite 70s car movie, if I had to pick, it would be Stingray, starring Chris Mitchum. That's just a movie I have a ridiculous amount of fun with. I really love Stingray with Chris Mitchum, and I don't remember who else was in that movie, but Gumball Rally's pretty good. I mean, I can only recommend this for, like, a specific audience, though. Like, if you're into, like, 70s car movies or a car nut and you haven't seen this yet, your average movie fan might not like it. I would say you have to have maybe some interest in cars and stuff, like racing and stuff like that, maybe to check this movie out. But it's not a bad movie. I like Gumball Rally. And similar to UHF, now this is a movie that I've never seen this before, which is shocking. I've never seen it before. But I sat through this movie, and once again, it had me smiling the entire way through, and it was primarily from 1989, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, I've never seen it. I know you're probably going to assume me. I got all these 80s movies and stuff. I've never seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Till now, no, I never have. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's just another one of those movies. It's just like UHF or whatever. There's never a dull moment. You're smiling and laughing at the movie the entire way through. There is not anything dull about it whatsoever. That's why I loved Bill and Ted's. I just loved it. So, some of my favorite scenes are the Napoleon scenes, the Napoleon Bonaparte scenes, where, like, he whether it be him at the bowling alley or him at the Waterloo water park. I just love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's just such a fun movie. And actually, along with this, I was also able to snag a copy of the CD soundtrack. Which, the songs on this soundtrack is kind of a mixed bag, because I'm not really a fan of, like, punk rock. I love 80s rock, but I don't like punk rock, and I don't like hair metal. I don't like that stuff. I don't like really fast-paced music, like when it's going really fast. The beat of the song is just really fast. I like melodic 80s rock. And so, like, Play With Me by Extreme, or... like, songs like that, I mean, I'm not really a fan of. If I had to pick a favorite song off the Bill and Ted's soundtrack, or at least Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, it would be a tie between In Time by Robbie Robb. That song is just epic. It's a ballad. It's really epic. It's a tie between that and Walk Away by Bricklin. I really like both of those songs. So it's good 80s soundtrack. I mean, some of the songs aren't for me because I'm not really a fan of that type of music per se, but It's a good soundtrack. I got this really cheap too. So yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Once again, it's a movie. It had me smiling the entire way through. It's just like Freaked. If you've ever seen the movie Freaked, that's such a stupid movie, but it had me smiling the entire way through because I just got the humor. I love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. However, I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but while Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, watching it was a very excellent adventure, but Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, to watch, it was a very bogus journey. I thought Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was awful. I know it gets a lot of praise. I thought this was a piece of shit. It didn't make me laugh once. It was boring. The plot was stupid. I hated this. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that, but I hated this one. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I did not like. I thought it was stupid. And then there's but it's okay. Forget this one. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, one of the funnest movie watches I've ever had. It was a very excellent adventure, and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was a very bogus journey. And the soundtrack for number 1 is good too. So there we go. Now next one. A lot of people might not be into this type of humor, but I mean, I like this stuff. It's Trailer Park Boys, Don't Legalize It. It's see, I'm a fan of I like watching Trailer Park Boys. It makes me laugh. I think it's a fun show. The movies, for the most part, I mean, Trailer Park Boys, the movie, a.k.a. The Big Dirty, I think they called it. That's a fun movie. I love the first Trailer Park Boys movie that came out in like 06 or 07. Then they did the second movie, which was Countdown to Liquor Day, which I wasn't really a fan of. I didn't really like that one, to be fully honest with you. And then this is their third movie, Trailer Park Boys, Don't Legalize It, which, as you can guess, the marijuana and stuff in there. I don't smoke or anything like that, so that's not why I like Trailer Park. I don't like Trailer Park Boys. I'm not a stoner or anything like that. That's not why I like Trailer Park Boys. I just like Trailer Park Boys because I think it's a fun show. I like watching it. And this was good. It's definitely, like, it's different. Like, you could see they're getting older. They're getting older and stuff like that. And this one, it didn't really feel the same. I liked it. It didn't really feel the same. I know I don't have a Netflix account. I know they put season 8 exclusively on Netflix. So I'm kind of fucked there, so I can't see it. But, you know, the show's fun. The first movie is fun. Countdown to Liquor Day. I didn't really like that movie. And I like this one more than Countdown to Liquor Day. I mean, is it the greatest? No. I mean, the Christmas special is another good one. I would say stick to the first movie, because, I mean, this movie's all about Ricky trying to stop the legalization of marijuana and, like, Julian selling weird stuff. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst thing that the Trailer Park Boys have done. So I'd still give it a watch if you like the Trailer Park Boys. If you don't like these guys, you don't like the sense of humor or whatever, I don't do it. Because there's an Australian show I like called Jonah from Tonga. It's the same type thing. You have to get into that mindset easily in order to enjoy the show. So that's how it works. Some childhood nostalgia right here. I got Goosebumps, Attack of the Mutant DVD. Comes with Attack of the Mutant Part 1 and 2, and Phantom of the Auditorium. It's good stuff, good stuff. I mean, Adam West is famous for making his cameo in the Attack of the Mutant special. Phantom of the Auditorium, that's an okay one. But yeah, Goosebumps, you know, it's cheesy, stupid special effects. I've got all 62 of the original Goosebumps book in a box in my attic. I still remember. Number 1 was Welcome to Dead House, and number 62 was Monster Blood 4. I still remember that. I got a good memory. I've always been a Goosebumps fan. I've read all the books. I've just always liked Goosebumps. I don't know why. I've just always been a big Goosebumps fan. I never read any of the spin-offs or other R.L. Stine series, but yeah, the show, yes, it's cheesy as hell, but I mean, it's fun. Like, I enjoy watching it. And the last one, I've had this on VHS since I was like 5. I've had the big, like, paper, like, clamshell VHS tape, and I never got the DVD, so finally picked it up on DVD. It's Scooby-Doo meets Batman. I know they have a DVD filled with like the New Adventures of Scooby-Doo, where they had all the celebrity guests and stuff. I definitely want to check that out, but as of right now, I just got Scooby-Doo meets Batman. There's 2 episodes on here with Scooby-Doo, Batman, and the Joker and Penguin from Batman. It's just fun, you know. It's childhood nostalgia. I love stuff like this. It definitely give it this a watch. I mean, if you like Scooby-Doo or Batman or whatever, it's fun. I mean, you can't hate the old 60s Scooby-Doo. I mean, the current Scooby-Doo, yeah, but when you're talking about the original Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo cartoon from the 60s, I mean, how can you hate that? I mean, you can't. I mean, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo meets Batman is definitely good one. Alright, so that was my update. Today is the 15th of November. You're probably seeing this on either the 16th or the 17th, but whatever. Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Goosebumps, Attack of the Mutant. Trailer Park Boys, Don't Legalize It. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that. The Gumball Rally. UHF, a lot of fun. Dream a Little Dream, a movie I hated, but everyone else seems to love. Soundtrack's good, I'll give it that. Sudden Death. Chill Factor. The Purge, Anarchy. Spider-Woman, Death's Web. That's going to be an interesting watch. Same with this one. Magic Kid. It's a very interesting thing to do. Alright, so hope you enjoyed that update. And next one's probably going to be late January. So look for the next one around then, late January. Until then, see you guys next time.